22 West.
We are 22 West Radio, the next wave of K-Beach. 22 West Radio is 22westmedia.com and 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3, Long Beach, Los Angeles.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and now, our World Broadcasting Tag Team Champions of the World,
I'm Ethan,
I'm Rob.
and welcome to episode 67, Beyond the Ropes, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 67. Interesting week for pro wrestling. We have Hell in a Cell this weekend, so we have to make our predictions. I'll make those in a little bit. Some big news coming from Monday Night Raw. We got a new commentator. Did you hear about that?
Who?
Renee Young. She is now the full-time commentator from Monday Night Raw, joining Corey Graves and Michael Cole.
So she replaced who?
Jonathan Coachman is now hosting the kickoff shows.
Oh, wow.
So they switched roles essentially, and she's been doing a great job. She's commentated Raw for 2 previous weeks. This was her first official week as a full-time commentator, and she's done a great job. So it's a very big deal because she is the first female to be a part of the full-time commentating team on Monday Night Raw. So definitely a big deal. This week also some news coming from Ric Flair. He had a commitment ceremony with his longtime girlfriend, Wendy Barlow. Did you hear about that?
I mean, wow. Flair's been married so many times, he just, wow.
Yeah, it's been several times. This wasn't an official marriage. It did say commitment ceremony, which is just kind of a public affirmation of the couple's commitment to one another without it being recognized by the law. So that's kind of like the standard definition there. But there were a few noticeable names in attendance. The Undertaker and Michelle McCool were there. Dolph Ziggler was there. Hurricane Helms, Fit Finlay, and of course Charlotte, his daughter, was in attendance. So interesting note there. So congratulations to Ric Flair. Batista was not so happy. I don't know if you heard about this, but
No win fight? Or
no, the SmackDown 1000 show happening in October. Batista has not been contacted, even though the show is taking place in the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C., which happens to be the hometown of Batista.
I mean, come on now. With him right now protesting about that movie of Guardians of the Galaxy, and can you blame WWE if, like, right now, like, I don't know, he should just be grateful that he's in a movie at the moment. So it's to save face, you know, public relations 101. Hey, you're right now in some heat with some people. Hey, we can't have you on our television show.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting situation. Batista has gone on to say that he might not even be in Guardians 3, depending on how he feels about it. Obviously, they are doing a Guardians of the Galaxy 3 with a different director and possibly an entirely new script. And so we'll see, I guess, how Batista's future, I guess, is revealed in the next couple of months. The Mae Young Classic was this week. So, I don't know, have you been able to catch last week's Mae Young Classic or this week? I don't think we talked about last week's. Maybe we did, I totally forgot. Have you been able to catch?
No, but I heard that, it's like, day 2 already or something like that?
It was week 2.
Wow.
So, last week had some really, really good matches. I don't remember if we talked about it. I don't think we did. But Meiko Satomura took on Killer Kelly in what was the main event of last week's show. Meiko Satomura was actually in WCW Monday Nitro 23 years ago, I believe. So it was a big deal. And she is definitely one of the best wrestlers in this competition. She is one of the older individuals, maybe the oldest individual in this competition. But she's definitely wrestling and keeping up with the younger talent there. Last night's Mae Young Classic was headlined by Ashley Rain, aka Madison Rain from Impact Wrestling, as we know her from. She took on Mercedes Martinez, a Mae Young Classic 2017 competitor. Mercedes ended up getting the victory in that.
Mercedes was almost going to be interviewed at Cerritos. Something happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's friends with Ashley Sharp.
Oh, wow.
One of the people I've interviewed before.
So were you supposed to interview her, or?
Yeah, because there were, I think she was from Oklahoma
Mhm.
originally. So
Wow.
that was something.
But unfortunately, it didn't happen. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Well, she's advancing to the second round of this year's Mae Young Classic. Last year, she advanced to the semifinals. So.
Poor wrestlers have such busy schedules. She thought it was on another day.
Oh, it was a mix-up. That's unfortunate. Yeah, and I heard the commentator said that she works 2 full-time jobs as well, and tries to wrestle when she can. So she's definitely a busy individual. That would have been great to have her on.
Yeah. Another almost, just like Marty would have been almost.
Marty Skrull?
No, Elias.
Marty Elias. Okay. I met his brother.
Oh,
I know his brother, kind of. Maybe we can figure something out. No promises though. I'll see. I don't know him that well. So that was kind of the Mae Young Classic. There were a few good matches over the last 2 weeks. Looking forward to seeing Sienna. She's going by a different name as well. She's from Impact Wrestling. There are a few. Toni Storm is a big name. And there are a few more competitors. I know Caitlyn is back. Caitlyn, former WWE Divas champion, so she'll be back for that. So looking forward to seeing that. Next up, we have Hell in a Cell happening this. Now, there's 2 Hell in a Cells. There's my Hell in a Cell, which we'll discuss later on in the show. We'll discuss that.
I totally renamed my pay-per-view for now.
Yeah, I saw that. I see you. We'll discuss. We'll get into more of that later on. But something I forgot to mention: we are, of course, on Facebook.
Yes.
Facebook.com/Beyond the Ropes. We are currently on now with the hashtag.
Ask questions.
And we are.
I'm barely setting up the other one.
All right. So as always, you can find us on YouTube. YouTube.com/Beyond the Ropes. Or excuse me. Rob Flores Media, right? Or Rob Flores?
Yeah, RobFloresMedia.com. That has
Okay.
all the chronological
Episodes, okay.
Yeah.
How many episodes? You have 65, right? Did you get last week's or?
No, not yet. I still
Oh,
got
the week before.
From the one from the outside one still.
Okay,
right now.
so we're a couple weeks behind, but
Oh, yeah.
we'll be getting those up. Rob will be getting those up shortly. That outside episode was a fun one.
Oh yeah.
So
The
that was
legit headsets with
the headsets, yeah, with the
without just,
microphones.
commentators.
If only we could have commentated a match. But let's get into some predictions for WWE's Hell in the Cell pay-per-view happening this Sunday. So far, no kickoff shows. Kickoff show matches have been announced. So I'm sure we could give our predictions on our Facebook page. Once again, facebook.com/Beyond the Ropes. Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella versus The Miz and Maurice in a mixed tag team match. What do you have here?
What was it again?
Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella versus The Miz and Maurice.
Miz and Maurice.
Yeah, Miz and Maurice are going to win this one. They got the short end of the stick this past Tuesday on SmackDown Live, and I think they need the victory more than Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella. The New Day will be defending their SmackDown Tag Team Championships against Rusev and Aiden English. Rusev Day.
I feel like the typical thing would be that we would expect the New Day to win, but I think it's gonna be a shocker.
The New Day just won those belts, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the New Day retained.
They're gonna get cheated.
I don't think so. I think the New Day are gonna retain. Next up, Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre defend their Raw Tag Team Championships against Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. That's a tough one for me. Because they could go either way. It also depends on the Universal title match, I think. Who do you have in this one?
It's too soon for Drew and Dolph to lose him. something's gonna happen. A mix-up, misunderstanding between Seth and Dean or something.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be a misunderstanding, but I agree that I think Dolph and Drew are going to retain those titles. For the SmackDown Women's Championship, Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch.
It would be nice if Becky could win.
You got Becky on this one?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Charlotte. Again, I think it's just too soon. I think they're going to extend the storyline maybe into Evolution, the next pay-per-view in October. So I'm going to go with Charlotte. Ronda Rousey defends the Raw Women's Championship against Alexa Bliss.
Alexa?
You got Alexa, Lenny?
Yeah, because, I mean, if you just keep the belt on Rousey, people are going to be saying, hey, now you guys are going to keep her
She
with
just
the
won
belt.
it.
I know, but more the reason to keep people wondering, like, oh man, what's happening?
I'm going with Rousey. It's going to be another... It won't be as big of a squash as it was on SummerSlam, but Rousey's going to retain. Next up, for the not United States Champion, it's just a regular Hell in a Cell match. Randy Orton versus Jeff Hardy.
Has Jeff Hardy ever been in one?
No, this is his first Hell in a Cell. They made note of that, saying this was his first Hell in a Cell match.
Well, I guess more. Oh my gosh. I don't see Jeff Hardy winning it though.
Neither do I. Randy's going to win.
Yeah, one of his daredevil antics might just cost him.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how it's going to go. I think Orton's going to win. And Jeff might go on vacation after this. Who knows?
Wow.
For the WWE Championship, AJ Styles defends the title against Samoa Joe.
Ooh, Joe.
Joe wins?
Yeah.
I'm going to say AJ retains. That video game just came out with the trailer, and he's on the cover. He's going to carry that title until at least Survivor Series.
Because otherwise, Joe can't get another title shot that fast.
They could find a way to extend it. Well, I mean, they had a DQ last time. He could... I don't know. I don't see who AJ's next opponent would be. And if I'm not mistaken, I think at Super Showdown they're going to have a rematch either way. So...
I mean, anything can happen considering a title was won one time at a house show?
Yeah. Yeah, they've had title changes at house shows. Super Showdown isn't a house show though. It's going to be on the network, so it's a big show. Alright, and what I'm going to assume is the main event in a Hell in a Cell match for the Universal Championship with newly named special guest referee. Did you hear about this?
Was it Sean?
No, Mick Foley.
Oh.
Mick Foley came out to discuss his 20th anniversary of the Hell in a Cell match on Monday and revealed that he was given the special guest referee role for this match. It'll be Roman Reigns defending against Braun Strowman inside Hell in a Cell.
You know, there's been talk about how apparently Mick Foley has been working out and stuff in order to be able to be healthy enough to take up more bumps again.
I don't think he's going to take more bumps, but I do think he's going to help Strowman win. Because...
Strowman?
Yeah.
Being able?
Yes. He was appointed by Stephanie McMahon. He announced that Stephanie McMahon appointed him. Baron Corbin on Monday also had a backstage promo with Drew, Dolph, and Strowman saying Stephanie wants you to win the title. So I feel like this is going to be a deal where Mick Foley, in order to get on the good graces of Stephanie, will help Strowman.
When was the last time Foley was on television before this?
18 months, he said.
Was it? Oh, okay.
It's been over a year.
The last time I remembered, I think, was like him handing a bat to Dean for his Brock Lesnar match.
That was more than 2 years ago. No, it was when he was general manager and he got fired by Steph, which is right before WrestleMania.
Ooh.
Who do you have for that one?
Oh, man. So, okay, Braun and...
Roman. Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah, Braun.
You got Braun?
Yeah.
Alright, I got Braun. So, got a few differences. Yeah, we'll see how that pay-per-view goes. But I think we should take a commercial break. So
Alright.
we'll be right back with more wrestling news.
Affordable, professional, and located on the second floor of the USU. Electric Hair has all of your nail and hair needs covered. For an appointment, call 562-958-4522. That's 562-958-4522.
One in 5 students on CSU campuses experience food insecurity while in college, according to a study commissioned by CSU Chancellor Timothy White. The Associated Student Beach Pantry operates as an official food pantry for Long Beach State students. The pantry provides non-perishable food items for students in need. Also housed in the beach pantry is the Student Swap Shop program, aimed at providing students with an opportunity to swap unneeded or old school supplies. The Student Beach Pantry exists on the generous donations of students, staff, community, and corporate giving. To donate, visit asicsulb.org and search Beach Pantry.
Bonjour tout le monde. Is this what you think French music is? Just accordions and waltz? Well, you're wrong. My name is Ricardo Alejandro Polito, aka Francois, and I'm your host along with my lovely co-host Selene Castañeda, aka Kaz, and we are Francois sur la radio, bringing you SoCal, CSULB, and 22S Radio, all French or French-themed music, the good, the bad, the old, and the new, as well as info on CSULB's French Club and anything related to the French culture. Join us for un temps inoubliable, or an unforgettable time, and tune in every Tuesday from 9 to 10 p.m. A plus, mes chers amis. Bonsoir et au revoir. Yours truly, Francois.
Affordable, professional, and located on the second floor of the USU. Electric Hair has all of your nail and hair needs covered. For an appointment, call 562-958-4522. That's 562-958-4522.
One in 5 students on CSU campuses experience food insecurity while in college, according to a study commissioned by CSU Chancellor Timothy White. The Associated Student Beach Pantry operates as an official food pantry for Long Beach State students. The pantry provides non-perishable food items for students in need. Also housed in the beach pantry is the Student Swap Shop program, aimed at providing students with an opportunity to swap unneeded or old school supplies. The Student Beach Pantry exists on the generous donations of students, staff, community, and corporate giving. To donate, visit asicsulb.org and search Beach Pantry.
Bonjour tout le monde. Is this what you think French music is? Just accordions and waltz? Well, you're wrong. My name is Ricardo Alejandro Polito, aka Francois, and I'm your host along with my lovely co-host Selene Castañeda, aka Kaz, and we are Francois sur la radio, bringing you SoCal, CSULB, and 22S Radio, all French or French-themed music, the good, the bad, the old, and the new, as well as info on CSULB's French Club and anything related to the French culture. Join us for un temps inoubliable, or an unforgettable time, and tune in every Tuesday from 9 to 10 p.m. A plus, mes chers amis. Bonsoir et au revoir. Yours truly, Francois.
And we are back with episode 67 of Beyond the Ropes. I'm Ethan.
I'm Rob.
As always, you can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Beyond the Ropes. You can find all our episodes, 65 so far, on YouTube. And we are currently on you now with the hashtag.
Ask questions.
And we are on Live Me with.
Live Pro Wrestling Talk Show.
And you can follow us on Twitter at EthanNV95 and
Rob Flores Media.
Cool. So a little bit of buzz over this week. Last week, Hulk Hogan made a few comments discussing a possible, I guess, rivalry. It's only a little online thing but he said NWO versus the Shield. He said that they would murder the Shield. So interesting comments made by Hulk
Not
Hogan.
unless Nash did all the work.
Yeah, even in their prime, I don't know how back that would be.
Oh,
Like
man.
they definitely cannot keep up with them now. But 20 years ago, I don't know.
I mean, Nash can still go. Hall will just have to throw toothpicks from the apron.
Hogan can.
Hogan
He
could
has
just
a
keep
bad
distracting him going like this.
He's gotta just Hulk up the entire time, right? Yeah, that
He'll be
was.
like, oh brother, my hip.
Yeah, some interesting comments there. Did you watch NXT?
No.
What about last week? Did we talk about it last week? I don't remember last week's episode at all.
Let's talk about your Raw.
You want to talk about my show? Alright, we can talk about. So, as you know, facebook.com/Beyond the Ropes. Every Monday and Tuesday, moving forward, we are giving our fantasy bookings. I will be in charge of Monday Night Raw, and you will be in charge, Rob will be in charge of SmackDown Live on Tuesdays. And of course, we've decided that we're going to have our own pay-per-views going forward, with the exception of some of the big pay-per-views. You mentioned Survivor Series, so we'll figure that out.
That's my favorite pay-per-view.
We'll figure that out in November when we get there. But moving forward, we're each going to have our own pay-per-view. I officially announced mine was going to happen this Sunday. There's going to be a few more matches added to it. I may announce them here, so because I only have a couple so far. But yeah, what should we discuss on my show? I actually had commentary on this episode.
I know, but I was not expecting those commentators.
There's two commentary teams. Did you not see them? I used two
Oh,
commentary
You
teams.
did?
Yeah. Halfway through, they switched commentary teams.
Oh, okay. 'Cause
So,
I was like, wait, what happened tomorrow? Booker T had a wish.
I saw that. I was like, wait, did you not see my? Did you not see my second half of it?
It's okay. It could be like the moment where R-Truth, shouted out the wrong arena crowd. They're like, we're
It is
not there.
It is Booker, so I mean. Tom Phillips, Corey Graves, and Byron Saxton were the first 90 minutes of the show, and then we had Morrow, I believe Percy Watson, and oh my God, Vic Joseph, from 205 Live take over for the latter half of this show.
So, okay. Your Raw is how long?
3 hours. It's a 3-hour show.
Okay.
Just like how it is now.
Yeah.
So I just followed that same.
I got
programming.
totally lost because, you abbreviated your commentators. I'm like, I don't know what the letters.
Yeah, I put because it was just. It's not that difficult if you just follow.
No. I'd rather have at least their last name or their first name. So
All right, I'll probably put their last name going forward. But yeah, I just abbreviated them because none of them have the same initials, so thought it would be clear. But I'll make it clearer for the next episode. But we have, I believe, 5 matches for Hell in a Cell, my Hell in a Cell this Sunday, adding a couple more. So, excuse me. What did you think of my show? It was a hectic show, wasn't it?
It was really something. Again, though, seeing Roman all the time, though, we get enough of him, on TV and stuff.
He was in one segment. He had a match, right?
It was too much camera time already. I mean, the fans want to see something different.
I'm giving them something different. He was in a tag team with Seth. That's
I know, but, building him up as a new Brooklyn Brawler,
No, we're not gonna do that. We don't need a Brooklyn Brawler. Tyler Breeze got a victory. He's getting a little bit of a push. I don't know if you saw that. Mike Kanellis ended up winning a battle royal for a unique opportunity, which will be revealed in the near future. So I wonder what that could be. Hell in a Cell for my pay-per-view is happening. Most of the matches were announced, so I'll announce them, I guess, here. I don't know, maybe you want to give your predictions or something. Let's see. First off, it's going to be Asuka defending her newly won Raw Women's Championship in a gauntlet match against Bayley, Ember Moon, and Alexa Bliss.
Wow.
So that's a big match right there.
Are you... Okay, well, are you following, storylines that, had already passed? They still have their history?
Yes and no. I'm kind of loosely keeping up with it, but I'm not.
Like,
It's not direct.
technically, she's no longer undefeated.
I have not
So-
mentioned that she's undefeated. I did not.
okay.
I did not say that. So I'm just ignoring that completely. I'm not gonna keep it as a storyline either. It's not been brought up. So she's just a women's champion. She'll be defending it in a gauntlet match against those 3 women. It'll also be Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Roman and Seth, tag team match. They've had a little bit of a feud the last few weeks, so that'll be happening on Sunday.
How many champions do you have already crowned yet? Or
So far 2. We have the tag team and the Raw Women's.
okay.
So far no tag team title match has been announced.
So who are your champions right now?
The Revival won last week, or this past week,
Okay.
or last week. No, it was this week. It was
Uh-huh.
this week. Sorry. It'll also be the Undisputed Era taking on the New Day and Pete Dunne in an 8-man tag team match. And I'm officially announcing that match is going to take place inside Hell in a Cell.
Wow.
So that's going to be a good one. If only that could happen in real life.
If only they had the Armageddon one like many years ago.
The 6-man?
Rikishi
Yeah.
going down that truck.
Well, who
Wow.
knows what could happen.
Or truck.
Yeah, that poor truck. There's going to be both first-round Intercontinental Championship tournament matches are going to happen. So I announced one, but now both of them are going to happen. So the remaining 4 competitors that were announced are going to compete in 2 more matches there. And then in the main event, we're going to have the Universal title match. Shinsuke Nakamura, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, and Finn Balor. And it'll now be in a Hell in a Cell match for that Universal Championship.
I know, I was confused. I was like, wait, Jeff just shows up and just decides to join in and like battle? Like,
Well,
In
Shinsuke
that-
got involved in that match, so he decided to kind of,
save them?
in a way,
or what?
save and just get involved with that. You know, he's a part of that title match. He wants to leave his mark too. So that's going to happen.
Jeffrey.
The 2 kickoff show matches. Mike Kanellis will face Tyler Breeze in a rematch. And we're going to have, I don't know, I'm going to make this one up on the spot. The Riot Squad against Bailey. No, not Bailey. Riot Squad members versus Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville in a tag team match. So that'll be the kickoff show matches. There's my card. Pretty decent card. I've already got some storylines planned for like the next month and a half. So things are going to pick up very soon. So should we take another break and then come back and then we can discuss your show? Or we can continue mine. We'll just get into it as we return with episode 67 of Beyond the Ropes.
That 71% of students at Long Beach State receive financial aid. In 2016, Long Beach State awarded $12.3 million in scholarships. Not only that, each year more than 1,500 students are served by disabled student services, leaving no barriers in their path to an education. At the beach, we know no barriers. It's a philosophy that applies to everything we do.
Did you know that 1 in every 5 undergraduate women report attempted or completed sexual assault since entering college?
We pledge to honor survivors who have broken their silence and support victims who have yet to find their voice.
Campus Sexual Assault Victims Advocate Services are located at the Women's and Gender Equity Center in LA 102 and contacted at 562-985-2668. Find more information at our website, www.csulb.edu/WGEC.
Quiet on the set. Can we please have quiet on the set?
Hey, I'm Rob Flores, the host of the Golden Spotlight. Join me as I showcase a variety of guests.
I am what they refer to as an exoneree.
Hi, I'm Carla Perez, otherwise known as Rita Repulsa, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, a television series.
As people have told me before, like, you're really funny, you should try stand-up. And that's probably how every comedian starts.
Took an EMT course 6 months later, and the next thing I know, I was a firefighter.
I do all my own music videos, I edit my music videos,
I write the concepts for the most part, I direct the filming of it, etc. So I have a blast with it.
Every week, someone steps into the spotlight, and it's always a new story. So join me every Monday at 2 p.m. on 22 West Radio. You never know what we have in store.
And we are back with episode 67 of Beyond the Ropes. I'm Ethan.
I'm Rob.
As always, facebook.com/Beyond the Ropes. You can give us a like there. And of course, you can join us on with the hashtag.
Ask questions.
And on Live Me.
Live Pro Wrestling Talk Show.
And just search up Beyond the Ropes on YouTube to find all our episodes there. We were talking about our fantasy booking before we left for break. We're back. We were talking about my show, Monday Night Raw, my booking of that show. You have any other questions there? Any other comments?
So you had Ciampa doing something?
Yeah. Apparently, Kurt Angle canceled his match that he was supposed to have. And he wasn't so happy about that. So, that's crazy. He said that he will not be ignored. So, I wonder what that could be about. I don't know. Any predictions? Because I had to go over well. I can tell you that. Any other things? Because I have some questions for you about your show.
All right.
I have some interest. I'm just so lost.
I'm trying to go to your Raw real quick here.
Okay, you're trying to go to my show. Look at a couple of things. Go ahead.
I mean, obviously we've just been waiting for pancakes. Like,
Byron Saxton's been wanting pancakes the last few weeks. I don't know if you saw that. I don't know if they threw them out this week. Should really take note of that. Maybe this weekend.
He's all like asking him to throw a pancake.
Yeah. Wanted a pancake there. Yeah, my very long script there.
Battle Royal.
There was a Battle Royal that happened. It featured a lot of unused talent, but nonetheless they were featured.
Finn Balor, AJ.
Yeah, they had a match. That was a big match. It was interrupted by Shinsuke, of course. So they didn't even get to finish that match. Any other comments there? Or are we ready to move on to your show?
All right.
All right, you ready?
You said you got questions?
Yeah, I've got tons of questions. This United States Championship tournament seems a lot familiar to the Intercontinental Championship tournament.
I know, because everybody's got to get a crown.
Also, you're having this King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring tournament. I don't know how many tournaments you're having. It's overwhelming. I'm lost. I don't know what's happening. You're creating pay-per-views.
Yeah, so...
There's old pay-per-views that could be coming back. I'm so confused.
Obviously, Shane has been synonymous with one of his famous matches was against Kurt Angle at that King of the Ring. And I was
That's right.
Man, they haven't brought it back as a pay-per-view in years.
It's been at least a decade, even more.
Oh, yeah, so... And with times changing, it's time for it to be called Monarchy.
All right, so you're going to have a king and queen, correct?
In the pay-per-view, yeah.
Okay, so
that's why I can't just be called King of the Ring, the pay-per-view.
Right, that makes sense. Okay, so that makes sense. I don't know who's in either of your tournaments, so that's fine.
We just started everything.
So you're just going to figure that out as you go, I guess, which is fine.
Yep.
I don't mind being surprised. Who was in the first matches? I don't remember. Zack Ryder was in one, wasn't he? Or was he in next week's?
Zach's was too injured at the time,
right.
So he was managing the Street Profits.
That's an interesting pairing.
Because they saved him the previous week.
Last week, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, that makes sense. There's some continuity there. That's good.
Matt Hardy,
Matt Hardy's still at the compound, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that I remember that. Speaking of Matt Hardy, let's get a little bit off topic. The Ultimate Deletion is going to be in 2K19.
Oh,
they released a trailer, and it looks like that and the House of Horrors match with Bray Wyatt.
That was a waste.
Well, it's in the game, and apparently they're going to have zombie mode.
Oh.
There's zombies in the game, and they're going to have, big head mode. So they have, if you look at the trailer, there's, giant heads.
That hasn't been seen in many years.
Yeah, that's happening. So the trailer was just released earlier today, so I just thought I'd bring that up. So check that out. But, yeah,
That's
you're Matt Hardy.
Funny.
Your Matt Hardy has his compound. looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen
Yeah, I
there.
mean, I figured, the audience has to be reintroduced to everything little by little so they
Yeah.
understand.
You kind of rebuild storylines and rebuild new stuff, so I understand that. Let's see. Jimmy Uso advanced in the U.S. title tournament.
Yeah.
Surprise! I'm a little surprised that there's no WWE Championship.
I know it.
Or tag
Shane's
team
having to
tournaments.
go on and build up things.
Yeah, it's very unusual that we would have those main titles.
I don't think I announced yet who had them or anything like that last week.
Is there a current champion or?
Yeah.
No.
I'm still like.
Oh, so there is a champion announced.
Everything's still being.
Developed.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's just so many tournaments happening. Booker T gave a pep talk to Goldust, right?
Yeah.
So they had a former team a long time ago. I don't know if you're gonna follow.
Yeah,
with
Goldust having all that losing streak and stuff going on.
Mm-hmm. So that's interesting. Chad Gable and Fandango had an interesting encounter. KFC, you got a sponsorship apparently with KFC. Which
He
is
was
funny.
in the state and he just figured they all had a dress.
It made me want to have some KFC actually. I'm not gonna lie. So that's your goal and it worked.
He won as the colonel.
Yeah, he went as a colonel and then he left. He went back for some coleslaw, correct?
Yeah.
Interesting things happening on SmackDown here, SmackDown Live.
Hey, like Matt Hardy says, Tuesday evenings were meant to be broken.
There's something going on that. I don't know if it's water that they're drinking or what's going on at that show. I'm just completely lost for words. So next week, they're gonna discuss the tag team titles, or?
Are you looking at the Shane thing? Or?
Yes, I'm looking at the last thing. Well, we can wait for that. Big Show confronted Braun, so they're gonna have a match.
Yeah, because I
King
think
of the Ring
Braun beat
tournament.
somebody up.
Braun was wanting competition. I believe he might have beat someone up.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
think he got R-Truth or something like that.
Yes, R-Truth. He destroyed R-Truth for the King of the Ring tournament. R-Truth will have an opportunity next week for the tournament. Bobby Roode beat John Cena, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I think so.
Yes.
And then Brock, I think.
There's so much to catch up, we can't even keep up with their own shows. Brock is going to have a match next week.
Yep, and Brock has nothing to do with Paul.
That's right, you mentioned that. So Brock is going to have a match with Cena next week. I wonder who's going to win that. I hope they both lose. But Samoa Joe and Dolph Ziggler and Drew are having a feud. That's interesting. Are they all
Got
heels?
that Cody mask.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
He has a broken nose. So I'm confused. Who's a heel in this? Are they all just heels, or are there no heels or no faces? It's
We
just...
haven't established Joe yet.
Okay.
Like, what he is.
Alright, so we'll figure that out. Wait and see. And then the ending. Are you going to have these meetings every week with all these general managers? I'm confused. There's this long monologue, it seemed, that ended the show and mentioned a whole bunch of old pay-per-views.
Yep. So it pretty much goes back to history of the Alliance.
Alright.
I like that comment. I put this comment about how, when your sibling is like little and they're like trying to play video games,
Mm-hmm.
and to make them feel special, you give them the remote control, but it's not plugged.
Yeah, that's a good metaphor there, example.
So he
you
just
brought up
basically
Stephanie.
claimed that Stephanie was to feel special
Right.
that she had ECW, but it wasn't true. The no contracts.
Right. So you're saying Shane has a contract, possibly.
He's had legal paperwork that he took care of. So basically, when he lost to Vince acquired all the contracts
Correct.
and the tape library.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what happened.
Interesting. So you mentioned some old pay-per-views. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I look forward to seeing what you're going to do with that.
Old match concepts and stuff. And,
Yeah.
And match concepts from other promotions that
I saw that.
intrigue fans that would love to see them incorporate.
You're not going to have an Extreme Rules. You're going to have Barely Legal, if I'm not mistaken.
Or yeah.
Was it Barely Legal?
Or was it Guilty as Charged? Something like that.
I think it was Guilty as
What
Charged.
I noticed is when I went back to the history of ECW, it was one of the most consistent ones.
Yeah. Guilty as Charged was
Yeah.
one. I think Barely Legal was another one. I think
Yeah.
Heatwave might have been a couple of years too. But yeah.
It was the only one that was at least all 3 years or whatever, I think, that
That
actually aired.
Yeah. Interesting. I have some interesting ideas as well for my pay-per-views. So, since you're bringing back some old ones for you, I don't know.
Wow.
Interesting. So is Dean just gonna be like a trophy husband, or what's going on there? So.
It's funny. I was thinking more of a thing where eventually like somebody's like messing with like Renee.
Okay, so
and,
yeah,
like,
because
he ends up eventually getting like grumpy and wanting to get involved. And
she seems to be hosting every episode. So far, the last 2 weeks, she's opened the show, welcoming everyone to the show. So that's cool. And everyone gets an introduction on the live show, so that's cool.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Because I guess they do that, I think, in the shows, but like they're not on air. When
Right, they're
like,
not on
doing
air.
it.
Yeah, they do that before the shows. Yeah, so you put them on there, which is cool. You had Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
He's on your show.
Yeah. But hey,
I don't know
you
what
got people power. I wanted to see what you could do with them. And Teddy.
I don't understand where the last 45 people from my roster came from. You just added.
So
them.
last minute, I decided how cool would it be to also have a few inductees of the Hall of Fame and inductors.
Okay.
Inductors. That's why you got Stevie Ray.
Okay.
Plus,
Did I have
needed
Stevie
to
Ray?
see
I didn't even know.
what you're gonna do with Snoop Dogg.
There's a couple of people that I have ideas for, but I'm focusing on my current roster, the active roster wrestling. Snoop Dogg might make an appearance. We don't know. We'll see. So that's kind of how it's going. We've got a lot of stuff to jumble. We have over 100 talents on both brands, so we've got to figure that stuff out. I can announce that. Well, I'll just wait for it, I guess, for my Monday Night Raw episode. Just wait for that. But my pay-per-view is happening this Sunday in addition to the actual WWE pay-per-view. I wonder what show's going to do better. You have any predictions for my show? So the kickoff show, Mike Canales and Tyler Breeze. By the way, your predictions are in no way going to affect my results. I already know who's going to win. And
So you said Mike Canales and who?
Tyler Breeze.
Tyler.
Okay. Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose versus the Riot Squad in a tag team match.
Sonya.
Okay. No, I'll wait for that one. Undisputed Era versus New Day and Pete Dunne in a Hell in a Cell match.
I feel like you're never gonna let the Undisputed Era lose.
Well, we'll see. So you got Undisputed Era then, or?
Yeah.
All right. Gauntlet match: Asuka versus Bayley versus Alexa Bliss versus Ember Moon for the Raw Women's Championship.
It would be nice if the title changes, but I don't know if you're going for like audience sympathy to hope that she wins.
We'll see. We'll see. So who do you got? You see
One of the Gauntlet people.
You want one of the other people? All right. I'll let that slide. Tag team match: Roman and Seth versus Kevin and Sammy.
Roman can't win right now.
Roman can't win? Okay. Even with Seth, you can't win?
No, by association,
Oh
Seth
my
unfortunately
goodness.
loses.
Wow, okay. What are the matches that have? Oh, there's 2 Intercontinental Championship matches. The Miz versus Aleister Black.
The Miz in a title match against who?
It's Intercontinental title tournament match.
Oh, okay.
It's not for the title, it's just a tournament. First round.
Aleister?
Versus The Miz. You got Aleister? Andrade Cien Almas versus Velveteen Dream in another first round IC title tournament match. Velveteen. And in the main event, Shinsuke Nakamura, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, Finn Balor, Hell in a Cell match for the Universal title.
Well, that Gallows and Anderson want AJ.
So you're picking, your guys are saying that they want AJ to win.
Yeah.
Alright. So those are your predictions for my exclusive Hell in a Cell fantasy booking pay-per-view. Of course, Hell in a Cell, the actual pay-per-view, is happening this Sunday as well. So be sure to check that out. We'll give our review and results next episode. I think we're just about out of time. Anything else we gotta talk about, discuss? We've got another minute, I think. I think we've covered it all. the go home shows for Raw and SmackDown were decent, nothing special, so that's why I didn't really go into them.
I hear Storytime is back.
On the network, yeah, that's gonna happen. I don't know what other shows on the network are coming back, but yeah, it should be fun. Mayhem Classic is doing great matches. I gotta catch up on 205 Live. I don't know if you've been watching. Yeah, I gotta catch up. I'm like 2
I know,
months
I'm
behind.
very curious. Is Maverick even still there as an authority figure?
Yeah, he's still the general manager, but Leo Rush made an appearance. He is gonna be the new manager for Bobby Lashley. That seems to be a thing. Yeah, he appeared on Raw while Lashley was working out, and he was motivating Lashley. It seems like Leo Rush is now gonna be managing Bobby Lashley.
But how does the man of the hour promote someone else instead of himself?
I don't know, but he's a great talker. He's a great talker, so it might work. I'm interested. I don't know if they're gonna go full manager on this, but
I just want Bobby Lashley to face Brock. I know.
I don't know if that's ever gonna happen, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyways,
I mean, they gotta benefit somehow from Brock. I mean, if Brock's gonna leave, help further build.
I agree with that. Well, until next week's episode, we're gonna sign off. As always, you can give us a like on Facebook, facebook.com/Beyond the Ropes. And again, I'm Ethan.
I'm Rob.
And this episode is about to be deleted.